Well, you are watching and listening to Night Sounds. Barry Funkhauser here with Joe. Hey, Joe, I forgot to connect K Tahoe. Just hold on the phone for a second. And we're connected to K Tahoe, hopefully. Oh, here we are. Joe, how are you today? Happy Monday.
Well, I'm good, but man, you sound staticky, like you're in an electrical storm or something of that nature. Are you in an electrical storm, Barry?
All of a sudden that started happening? Boy, that's bad for the beginning of the show, isn't it?
Yeah, that's always a great sign. No, it seems like it has rectified itself. You have passed through the electrical storm, so we are good. Did you get singed?
Okay, now I'm good then, you say? Because I started clicking a
Yeah.
bunch of buttons. Good?
You
You say
just
I'm
started
good now?
slamming the keyboard to see if something would work?
You're like, oh, you sound staticky. Oh, click, 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 click,
Oh.
click. Did I fix it? Yeah, for
Yeah,
real, dude.
no, you sound fine now.
Well,
You sound fine.
it's just a laptop and a microphone. You know, nowadays that's how we're doing it. I don't need to call an engineer and be like, there's static on the line. You gotta get through it.
Got a
Nope,
bad
just
pin
us
down
here.
in the 36.
Yeah,
Anyway.
bad pin. You know, I was reading that
Hey,
the oldest connection, the oldest electronic connection still in use is the 1/4-inch jack. It's like 19,
Oh, really?
19 something. Yeah.
1819?
I don't know the year, man. I started saying
Probably
18.
19 something. Probably
I
not
started saying 18
1819.
something. I said, that's probably not accurate. 1850? Couldn't be.
Yeah,
19
I would
something.
say not accurate.
Because the ladies used to use it to take your call and transfer your call with the whole patch bay thing. Remember that? Don't remember that because we were too young. But you know, grandparents used to take phone calls that way. You know, with the
Yes, it's the one thing that I am too young to remember is the actual like huge tele switch monitor thing. Did you know that switching actually in the telephone world was so complicated that there are buildings in like the 5 boroughs of New York, these huge, ginormous buildings, like 1 block long buildings, 36 stories high, that are nothing but switches for AT&T or old Pac Bell stuff, and they have no windows. So if you're walking around New York City and you see buildings with no windows, they're phone switchers.
Yeah, you know, that's not exclusive to New York City. You have one
Oh
right
no, I
down
know.
the street on Ventura Boulevard. They're
Oh,
in
we
a
do.
lot of towns. Yeah, there's an
Oh,
AT&T
where?
building there. I
Oh,
don't know. It's
interesting.
up the way by the Cadillac dealership. I'm sure all of our listeners very far away are going, oh, yeah, I know exactly where that
Oh
is.
yeah, sure. By the Cadillac dealership. Yeah, you mean Casa de Cadillac, of course.
Yeah.
It was in that was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's how old that car dealership is.
Yeah, it's been in a lot of things, man. But it's nearby there, the AT&T building with no windows. When you see buildings in LA with no windows, they're either switchers or they're oil derricks, which I think is very cool. There's
They're
like,
oil derricks? You mean they're like they just build these fake buildings around oil derricks so we don't see them?
that's right.
What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, you are blowing my mind hole today. That is a great factoid. Thank you.
Put on your helmet. There's like 3 of them in Southern California, probably more, but yeah, and they're in like really recognizable places. Once you know that it's an oil derrick, you'd be like, you'll never not know. You'd be like, oh yeah, that's what that
Interesting. All right,
weird
I'll keep
building
my eyes
is.
open for that. Anyway, I don't know how we got on the switcher category, but that's just great. Oh yeah, because the 1/4-inch jack is still in use. The oldest
The old
electronic
jack.
piece of device in use. I don't know, something like that.
But I screwed up the whole thing, man. You got it right yesterday when you texted me White Rabbit, although I don't know if that counts.
White rabbit. Yeah. Why? I have to
You
physically
have to
say it
say
to
it.
you?
I think
No,
so.
no. You just have to communicate it to the other person. I don't think
Okay.
because come on, you have to keep with the times, man. People don't talk to people anymore. They text or they send a TikTok.
Yeah, I guess digital communication counts, but I don't know, man. I was trying to look it up because you are the one that told me about White Rabbit, and I was
Yes.
like, "That's a cool thing," you know. But then online, all I was seeing was Rabbit, Rabbit.
Rabbit. I don't know. White. There are different variations. I think rabbit is one of them, but white rabbit is definitely one of the variations. Started in the UK, right? That's what we discovered.
I wanted to know more, so I found out. Here, listen to this. Check it out.
Oh, cool.
Whoa, hold on. Hold the phone here. I got all kinds of tech problems.
The first thing out of your mouth on the first day of the month has to be rabbit, rabbit, if you're looking to be lucky for the rest of the month. Martha Barnett told NPR that there had been written references to this old superstition since the 1900s. If you forgot to say it first thing in the morning, then before you go to sleep at the end of the day, you can say black rabbit or tidbar, which is rabbit spelled backwards. Simon Winchester, the writer, went 696 months before he forgot to say white rabbit. If you are looking for a fix for a month of good luck, this might be the way.
Rabbit. So you can say, what is rabbit?
Or whatever it is.
Again? Oh, what did it?
Tibrat.
Tibra.
But
he said it better.
Tibra or something. I don't know.
Tibber.
Rabbit backwards.
Timber. Yeah, that sounds so crazy. But okay,
I don't know. It's a fun superstition.
I think it puts your head right to say, okay, I'm gonna have good luck this month. I'm gonna be an optimistic person, try to find myself some good luck. I don't say this just in case. It's like putting, it's like mistletoe. I get it.
Putting it out there in the universe.
Yeah.
It's
well,
like
today on the show.
What, are you going to hang a rabbit from the rafters? That's
no,
cool,
of course
man.
not. I'm going to say the words because I guess that's all you need to do. Right?
Yes, hopefully. Well, hopefully. I don't know. It was probably way more bloody and gruesome back in the day.
Back then, you really needed luck more because you can get killed.
You could get killed a whole lot more.
You need luck on your side more yesterday than you did today, apparently. But it's good to say white rabbit. I'll try to remember November 1st. Okay, today on the show on Night Sounds with Barry and Joe, we're going to have a band called The Pretty Flowers on tonight. Ooh, and I think it's our first attempt at going live with the band. So hopefully they'll be on their best behavior, and so will we. But you never know. They've been around since 2018. They've got 3 albums out. Why Trains Clash 2018 and Golden Beat Sessions in 2019. Those are the albums out, and we're going to hang out with them. What?
I like beat sessions. They just sound fun.
Isn't it? Yeah. And they have a new album out called A Company Sleeve. We'll talk to a couple bandmates from the Pretty Flowers tonight on the program in the next hour. But Joe, did you have a good weekend? I had a good weekend. I went to the Banana Festival.
Oh, you actually made it out to Port Hueneme, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to the Banana Festival, and I guess it was all right.
So wait, why do they do the Banana Festival? Because they had like leftover bananas. It's the last trucks out or something from the harvest season of. Yes, we grow bananas in Port Hueneme. It's kind of crazy.
No, it's kind of the other way around. It's they're coming here from another place, and
gotcha.
Well, let's hear some more about it here. Listen to this. Okay.
The Port of Hueneme opens its gates to the public one day a year for its annual Banana Festival, and today the festival marked its 10th year. It's not every day you can take a free boat ride to see the ships that import bananas into the deep-sea port of Hueneme, but the port CEO says that's what the Banana Festival is all about.
We handle 5 billion bananas a year, and if you line all these bananas up nose to nose, it's enough to go around the globe 13 and a half times.
Some people made an effort to dress for the fest.
He just texted me last week and said he was ordering these banana outfits and that we had to go to a banana festival. We just love bananas. Yeah.
I love you when you're singing that song.
They enjoyed all kinds of entertainment. Vendors served up banana desserts. And those 21 and up had a chance to try banana beer.
Very good.
No one left empty-handed.
Going bananas and slipping on bananas. Well, we all hope you don't slip on bananas, but it's one of the most nutritious fruits for the cost.
If you want a refresher on how to eat them, they've got you covered.
In my opinion, the best way to open a banana is from top down. But the rumor is the monkeys like to open it the other way. So, but either way, it's delicious.
The festival is only for one day since the port needs the space for all the containers full of, you guessed it, bananas.
There you go. So that's that. Did you learn anything from that there, Joe?
That you can make beer out of anything. So did
You
you try the
know-
banana beer?
No, I didn't even look at the food
What?
department.
That was your entire job, was to try the food and the beer. You went to the banana festival. You didn't have any banana beer.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
B.
Mm-mm. Because it was just like any old normal fare. There wasn't any. The only thing that was cool about it was there were frozen banana margaritas. I didn't see the beer, but
Okay, how was the frozen banana margarita?
I didn't have that either. I saw
You
it.
didn't have that. What can you tell us about this festival?
They gave you free bananas, and so
Oh, that's the only reason you went, just to score
Yeah.
some free bananas?
yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I
You didn't
took
try
my
any
mom.
banana. Are you gonna make anything? You gonna make banana cream pie? You gonna make smoothies? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, gonna
banana
have to
bread?
make all that. Gonna have to make all of that stuff because I got too many bananas.
How
They
many
just
bananas did you take home?
30.
You took home 30 bananas?
Yeah, something like that.
Damn, man.
They just kept giving us bananas. We couldn't leave. They gave us, here's a banana bag. They gave us the bag to hold the bananas, and then there was kiosks of 3 different types of banana companies. Can you guess which 3 that were there handing out free bananas?
Gold Chiquita and I can't remember. I can never remember the last one. Who's the last one?
Del Monte.
Del Monte. Dang it.
Mhm,
Dang it, Del
mhm.
Monte. I should know that. They're huge here. Yeah.
It was
So-
more for kids, man. They had a bunch of blow up slides and
All
stuff.
fairs are for kids, aren't they?
Yeah. Music
mean,
was on point. There wasn't that many people there. But it was a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
And
It was very
anyway,
nice.
how do you eat your bananas? Do you go from the top down, like the stem down? Do you turn it over like the monkeys do? And
I'm
do it
gonna
from-
try the
from
monkey way from
berry
now on.
down?
I'm gonna
gonna
try
do
the
the monkey
monkey
way?
way because I always go stem, and I'm intrigued now that I'm not doing it the monkey way. I want to do everything the monkey way if I could.
Do you know? Well, I guess that the monkey way, it's the strings that you get when you open up the banana. I guess the monkey
Yeah,
way you get less strings.
Oh yeah, then
Yeah.
that's
You know-
the best idea and reason why to do that.
I know.
then.
You know how Catholic girls eat bananas?
Oh God, is this a joke?
Sideways.
Waka waka. It's 5-0.
Not my joke. That's a Big Bang Theory joke, so I just stole it. There you go. Oh wait. Oh shoot. Do I owe the writers now? Do I have to give them royalties? They have the
I
new
don't
contract.
know, dude. I don't know.
Oh,
I
man.
never know. That's why some videos get blocked because I won't know. Probably, but
Oh man,
know.
now I owe royalties on joke. Well, it was a fabulous joke, so there you go. I added the Catholic part, the banana, and what? Wait, it's all good.
of course you did. Yes.
Tim probably
All right.
liked it. So. Oh hey, I forgot to tell you. I hope you can open up some time on the calendar because in about 15 minutes or so, my buddy Tim's gonna call in with a sports report. So,
yeah.
sorry, forgot to tell you.
Oh, that's cool. Sports. What's he gonna
Oh,
talk about?
sports.
Foosball and basketball and
Yeah, well, I
dodgeball?
guess Major League
Sports.
Baseball is going into the playoffs now. I want to see. I guess the Dodgers are in. We're gonna get an update about
And
that.
they won 100 games in a row. We're gonna have to ask.
Oh, they
them.
did 100 games in a row. Because that's impressive.
I think so. Maybe
That
not.
would be well, maybe 100 games total for the season.
Something like
Still
that.
impressive.
Postseason.
Still impressive.
Yeah.
And then he's going to tell us about Monday Night Football. He's going to tell us what happened in the NFL. He's going to tell us all about what Taylor Swift did at the Giants Chiefs game, Jets Chiefs game in New York. It's literally all the camera was focused on the entire game. Was Taylor Swift's box. They had picture in picture.
Hey,
of
watch
the
out
game
now.
And Taylor Swift's box. And there was 30 A-list stars in Taylor Swift's box at that game. It was incredible.
How many? Let's see.
30. There were like it was like
In
it was
where?
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, a bunch of her friends. I think Selena Gomez was there. Hugh Jackman is just hanging out with Ryan Reynolds because he's going through a divorce and they're like best friends now. So he was there. They brought some friends. It was a whole scene, man. Have you not seen this?
Yeah.
The entire world revolves around Taylor Swift and Beyonce now. Did you know that major news publications have hired or are hiring Taylor Swift specific reporters for their news beat? Beyonce specific reporters for their news beat? It's crazy.
Just got hung up on Taylor Swift's box and how many dudes were in it. I'm sorry. God, you're telling me about her box and how many guys were.
Hey, don't go dirty. This is a family program. I didn't mean anything by it. You went into the gutter. You, sir. Not
and
me.
no, I have.
I am just talking about this nice woman's box and all of the dudes that she had in it for this wonderful game. So many people were watching all of the crazy stuff that was going on in her box.
Just
in
incredible.
Around her box.
It's incredible, man. It's just outrageously incredible.
I know.
But I'm over it. I don't care about Taylor Swift's box or anything about her. But we'll find out more about it. Let's hear the band on tonight. Let's see their music video. Here comes the Pretty Flowers and their music video for Baby Food. They're going to be our guests in about 45 minutes here on Night Sound.
The old days are good, 'cause they're gone. The bad days are bad, 'cause they're present. Coach, take me out, it's been dragging me down. We're just tenants in this landlord-ruled town. The venue fell dead when the drinks ran out. The players were pulled from the stage. Evictions were fired and DJ'd events. Don't kick us out of our comfortable cage. They spun the truth like a top. Too much momentum to stop. They spoon-fed the truth to you, and you ate it up like baby food. What can you do? What will you do with yourself? Do you want to be a carpenter? Or will you sit on a shelf? What will you do with yourself? Do you want to be a carpenter? Or will you sit on a shelf? They spun the truth like a top. Too much momentum to stop. They spoon-fed the truth to you, and you ate it up like baby food. You ate it up like baby food. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? What will you do with yourself?
The pretty flowers there and baby food on Night Sounds. Thanks for tuning in.
Uh-oh, you caught me.
It's a pretty good song, right? Didn't you enjoy that?
That's good stuff, man. I like new music discovery with you. That's good stuff.
Dude,
you are my
music.
Spotify.
I know, right? Well, I'm trying to do a good job. We got some good interviews on deck, man. We're going to talk to the Gypsy Kings next week.
Yes.
And the Chester Copperpot, man, they really want us to hang out with them, dude. you gotta
I guess
tell
I have
your,
made an impression on the Chester Copperpot band.
I mean, I told them both, man, we do this from home. We never go out. Gas is $7 a gallon. Like, what? Do you really want to party?
Gas is literally $7 a gallon. It's insane. Wow. We used to just say that as like, oh no, like gas is $7 a gallon. It's way too expensive. And that was when gas was like $4.50. No, it is like legit $7 a gallon now. That sucks.
You know, it's like, okay, so you want me to go hang out where? How many miles away? How many gallons of gas do I need to go to? It's like, well, maybe I'll be in town. He keeps telling me dates going, hey, is Joe coming? Can Joe come with us?
Why
Is
do
Joe
people,
gonna be there?
people for some reason tend to like me? I don't know why. I'm kind of a jerk.
Well, I
So-
think you're just a mysterious character, whereas no one's seen you in real life. So they're just like, how are you? But they haven't seen me either. So I just, I just
you
need to
too
find.
can be mysterious if you never leave your apartment.
I'm into it, man. I'm a farmer, man. I'd like to wear a hat and glasses everywhere I go.
A hat and glasses. I mean, I would also like to wear a hat and glasses everywhere I go. The difference is being I'm not going to do back-breaking work in the fields all day, unlike you.
I'm not back-breaking, although I just falled up the farm yesterday.
What does that mean? I mean, oh yeah, congratulations, happy fall. We're in fall. It's actually kind of fallish weather here for the next 2 days, and then it's going to be back to summer for a couple weeks in the 90s. So, are you sure you needed to fall up your farm already?
Yeah, it's all where the sun is in the sky.
Oh, okay. So explain to me what an urban farmer needs to do when fall comes to protect their garden space.
God, I don't know, man. I don't know.
You just said
man.
you just followed it up. So what does that mean? Give me the clip notes.
I'll tell you what I did. Well, because you asked me like, what does a backyard? Whatever you asked me.
Oh, sorry, I got all technical and it like confused you. Okay, Barry, what did you do?
Okay, number one, you get all your compost out of the compost bin. Get that going. Get that ready to go for the winter. For next time. It's a good time to get that out, and then you move. So you got to move stuff. A lot of these plants have part sun. They only need a couple hours of sun, and when the sun moves, your shade spot has also moved. So you have to move the plant to a more appropriate spot so that it will live its best life, maybe flower. I got some of these, I think they're called canna flower, and you see them on the street corners at the government strip at like strip malls and stuff, and they're like big green plants, and sometimes they have like a fist of red or yellow flower. And those are
I got that right outside my bedroom window.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So I'm trying to get them suckers to flower after 10 years or something, and so you got to put them in part shade, and all that other stuff. It's maintenance mostly. Maintenance, man. It's boring maintenance.
So are you just like potted plants? What about all the stuff in your garden? Like,
no, I gave up, dude, because we had that gopher or ground pheasant that ate everything from the bottom up, and I just got tired of getting heartbroken, man. You plant a broccoli. The broccoli gets almost to eatable, and then the roots are gone when you go to get it.
Oh, man. So, is there a way to gopher-proof your yard?
No.
So what are you going to do with it? You have this great, big, awesome yard in the back. Are you going to like plant some trees? Are you going to make it shade? Are you going to make it a nice place to hang out?
No, everything's in pots. Everything is pots in pots. All the plant plants or vegetables are
All
in pots.
your plants are pot?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that- they're
Which is
pot.
fine. Yeah, they're in a pot. Like if you go to a
in
nursery,
a pot, not pot. Oh, ooh, okay.
they're potted. They're in like
They're
a
potted plants, not pot
Yeah.
plants.
no.
Oh, that's
no.
what I'm saying. And I'm like,
They're
I got
all
confused.
weed, man.
I got confused. They're all weed. You put your weed in it. No, I got confused. I'm sorry.
No, and it's better. It's easier to control the fertilizer and stuff for that. But you know,
Okay, gotcha. But it's hard to move. Do you have them on wheels? $1 million idea, wheeled
No.
potted plants. There you go.
No,
$1
they're
million
not that
idea.
heavy.
You can move them around.
They're not that heavy. They're in like 10-gallon buckets. Man, my backyard just looks like a nursery, like a plant store. That's fine.
Oh,
There's still
yeah.
tomatoes growing. You know, I just had to
All right.
relocate those plants to a better area. You know, move from here to here.
Okay,
and we're good to
so
go.
what do you do with your compost then if you don't have your big yard garden anymore?
Now I got these old bee boxes that no
Okay.
longer house bees. Now they're like above ground pot. You know, it's a
Planters.
row of planters. Yes. So I have above ground stuff that I can add that to. Yeah, lickety split, no problem.
Okay, well, if you got a bunch of planters, how can you get creative with your planters then to maximize what you can do?
Have you ever seen this garden guy on TV, man? He is so funny.
Who?
I don't know his name, but he does a show called In the Garden. Nick Fedoroff is his name.
Oh,
And he's in a let's see him show us how to make a garden pretty.
Okay, cool. Yeah, please do go.
Nick Fedoroff shows us how to get creative when it comes to your garden.
Anytime I look at something, I'm thinking, hey, that's a planter. So when I saw this bicycle, I'm thinking, hey, that's a planter. I actually saved this thing out of growing in a planter that was full of weeds. And I decided I'm going to leave the weeds in there. That has just a lot of character, has a flat tire. It's actually a good bike, but we're going to use it for what it was intended to be, as a planter. So this is something that you could actually stick on your lawn. You could put it in a planter bed. You could put it in your garden. It really doesn't matter. The point is that you're going to be able to do something really nice with this. And it's an interest piece is what we call it. And we're going to kind of brighten it up a little bit because we've got this basket right here. And this thing right here is going to tell a story. And the story that it is going to tell is that, hey, we're making it come alive. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to take ourselves some green moss and we have to wet it. And being that we're outside, we can be a little messy with it, squeeze it out like this. And you can buy it by the bag or you can buy it by the box. And what we do is we just start lining our basket with this. So we're going to put a whole bunch. See how this goes on the front? Now we work from the inside because we don't want this stuff to fall out. Okay, I mean, you can't put it this way. So you have to put it from the inside, and we want to line it and be kind of liberal with this stuff and pull it in here so that it's going to hold back whatever we're going to put in here. We're going to put some really interesting plants, and the plants are going to be annuals as well as perennials. So once we have this thing nice and lined like this, and take your time. And by the way, this is something that you can do with the kids so easily. They'll enjoy doing this. So you see, we're just going to put this like this, squeeze it into the little holes a little bit, and that's fine. And this will just all network together really well. See how that looks? So that kind of looks cool on that side. All right, now we could either put soil inside of here, but before we do that, I want these mums. Somebody actually dropped these off and they were just looking pretty horrible. So we decided to put in the greenhouse for a little bit. Look, they're all starting to bud out and they're going to be just beautiful in this thing. So we're going to put this right in here, right there. That's probably the right size, maybe just a little bit more. We'll put a little more dirt. So put the dirt, we're going to put this right here. Now we're going to put more dirt all the way around.
Okay, so I think you get the point
And
where
this guy's great though.
We're adding a lot of dirt to this, Joe. And
see, but my thing is like this bike is too nice to use as a planter. Find a dilapidated bike and use that one that's all rusted over. This one, you take the weeds out of the back and this is a $100 bike, so it's a pretty nice bike.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. I think our garden friend is out in the backyard going, "Gosh, what am I going to talk about this time?" Well, there's a bike there. I can put junk. And he didn't really sell me on the idea in the beginning. It's like, you can put this in your front yard, and
I feel like the camera crew came and he's like, "Oh man, I don't have an idea. Oh wait, my daughter's bike. I could just use my daughter's bike."
Yeah. Well, Joe, I think it's time to talk sports at this point on Night Sounds. And to do that, let's bring in our friend Tim, sports guy. Tim.
What's up, Tim, sports guy?
Hey, Barry, good to have you on the show. I talked to Joe about coming on the show, and he promised me I would become the next Jimmy Kimmel.
I'm not I made no such promise. I just said I would give you the opportunity.
I am not expecting a bowl game named after me, but I was shopping new cars today. So let's see. So I was looking at sports topics this morning, and I want to say that there are not enough people talking about Taylor Swift and Deion Sanders. Not enough. So Joe, what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk? I know you're a Swift. Do you want to talk Taylor Swift first, or you want to talk Deion?
Yeah, let's talk Taylor Swift first. Tell me all about Taylor Swift, Tim. Go.
Oh, well, evidently she likes tight ends now, and
look out.
She's actually turning it into a power position. I think there's another gentleman that's dating a supermodel too at the tight end position. So, and she just loves going to the games, and she's on TV like every other chance. So last night, the Jets had 6 first downs in the first half. Taylor Swift was on TV 6 times. All right, both of them at the same time. And Taylor brought a posse with her, a lot of famous Marvel people. Some people think she's going to be in a Marvel movie. She brought so many Marvel people with her last night, so we'll see. Well, Joe, who would you want to see Taylor Swift play in the Marvel universe?
Who would I want to see Taylor Swift play? No, if she does, she's not going to get a big part. It's not like they're going to make her a superhero, I don't think. No. She's got way too much other stuff going on. To like be an actress in a Marvel movie, that's like easy 6 to 9 months commitment of filming in Atlanta. She just can't do it.
No, you can do it in one day if you're that crew.
Well, if she's a cameo I can see. The funny thing would be if Taylor Swift played herself, but if she was like a Skrull agent. The Skrull are the aliens that can turn themselves to look like anybody. I think that Taylor Swift should be an alien. That's what I'm thinking. Just like Michael Jackson was an alien in the Men in Black series. If you don't remember that was great.
I do remember that. So everyone's talking about how much Travis's career is coming up. So I want to say if Travis will be the next like icon that I admire. So here's the guys I admire. I admire Kevin Federline. All right.
Kevin Federline.
He's able to guys with more famous spouses or significant others, they're able to parlay that into money. So we got Kevin Federline, Ryan Felipe, and I'm going to throw another name out here. I just looked this guy up. He is Kendu Isaacs. Does anyone know who Kendu Isaacs is?
Kendu Isaacs? No.
Mary J. Blige's ex-husband. He got so much spousal support, she had to go back on tour. All right.
Wow. Oh, man. Oh, well, you know what? Thank you to him because I'm glad Mary J's back on tour. I love me some Mary J. Blige.
It's a win-win for Kendu and it's a win-win for Joe. So there you go.
Exactly. All right. So tell me, there's been some stuff about Deion Sanders in the news. He had an incredible start to the season with the Colorado Buffaloes down in college football. They did just lose, but it was a tight game. But was Deion maybe talking a little bit too much again, being on prime time?
No, Deion always stays humble. He always
stays humble.
Deion, that's part of the persona. It's the confidence. And I will say one thing about Deion. I wouldn't bet against him because he's never lost to anything in his life. He's never lost.
It is true.
Everything he does. And as a guy at 50 years old that's fondly looking for retirement 12 years from now, unless this show kicks off, I admire Deion for wanting to get back in the ring at 58, to want to throw that out there, to put in the time and the effort and the energy to be great. So I got to admire that guy.
Dude is 58.
Yeah, I looked it up. 58, and he also.
Wow. I mean, he could, like, I've seen him running around in practice with the kids, and he looks good for 58.
Yeah, yeah, he does look good. He wants to give this a shot. So I mean, I feel like this. If he wants to really win a national championship, either at Colorado or somewhere else, I mean, it's a good 10 years, next 10 years of his life.
Exactly. Yeah.
I admire that.
Okay, so hey, Deion Sanders, you say that he wins at everything. So you thought that he won as a television talking head for sports? He was pretty good, right?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Okay.
He's always got something interesting to say.
Okay. Was he as good as Charles Barkley?
Charles Barkley had some better segments, and I love Charles because he's got that accent. He says terrible. So yeah, Charles Barkley's been pretty good himself. So yeah, that could be a whole segment. All right, who was the best ex-sports jock to become a TV jock? And
I like this. I like this. All right, you know what? Okay, so we're coming up soon. We're gonna have baseball, football, and basketball and hockey all at the same time. So once we get the convergence of all four sports, we're going to talk about that. So you keep that in mind.
We'll keep that
all
in mind.
right.
And
Okay,
one last thing I'd like to talk about. Just came back from you see one of my Notre Dame shirt over here.
Yeah.
Just came back for our campus trip. My brother and I go to one game a year outside California, and we just went to Duke. And
wow, you went to that game?
Yeah, we were at that game, and I just gotta say, anybody that even kind of likes sports, you got to go to a college football game at an amazing university. I was at Joe's wife's alma mater, the University of Virginia, a couple years back. Amazing campus. There's nothing like being a college football game, and I realize it's two things. It's the students, all right, 18 to 23-year-olds, very passionate, very rowdy. They're fun just to be around. And then the pageantry, like on Saturday, the Duke band leads the team into the stadium before they get dressed. So it's all the guys in their suits walk into the stadium. Everyone cheers them. It's almost like a Roman, Coliseum thing. We're cheering your guys on before they get into battle. And of course, you get to be at a beautiful university.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I remember I did do the pageantry. I went to a UVA game back in the day. And the one thing I like about what the students do there, they all dress up. They button up and they wear a tie in the school color. And I did the same thing. You get stupid sweaty about 15 minutes into the game. But yeah, it's part of the fun of it. It's like you get to the tailgate, you throw off the sports coat, you leave that in the car, and then you go into the game. And then, if you're winning, you get to undo your tie a little bit so that, you're always open for some touchdowns. Because, man, they can get a little Rodney Dangerfield-esque, a little, tight up there.
So what you're saying is the Virginia guys usually have their ties real tight.
You got their ties tied real tight, yeah. One last point, Tim.
Yes, sir.
Give us our prediction. Give us your prediction for the Major League Baseball playoff picture.
Ooh, I'm gonna go in the AL East, and I am biased. I am a Baltimore Orioles fan, but they did have the most wins in the AL this year, so I'm gonna go Orioles Braves for my world.
Ooh,
Dodgers probably will do what Dodgers do, find a way to
lose on the road.
Yeah.
Oh, Clayton Kershaw just cannot get over the hump on the road sometimes. Oh, no. Hoping for the best, though. Hoping for the best for the boys.
Yes, sir.
Did we talk about Monday Night Football?
Yeah. Talked about Monday Night Football. It's they're back in New York again. I mean, it's probably not as exciting because Taylor's not there. So we got the Giants and the Seahawks tonight. Two teams have so far been kind of a little bit, especially the Giants, been disappointed. They thought they're going to take that next step. So
might be their only Monday Night Football game of the season for both teams if they don't start picking it up.
Yeah, well, especially with the flex schedule, if they got a late game and nobody likes them anymore, they could lose them. So, but it is amazing to have back-to-back games in New York.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, they had played Sunday night and then Monday night. No,
I'm supposed to pay attention to the Washington football team.
Washington football team had a great game yesterday. They lost in overtime. But yeah,
Washington Commanders.
They're the Commanders now. There's some talk about them going back to being the Washington football team. Everyone liked that, kind of like it was a English football team,
right?
Richmond Athletic, and then the other one. There were actually some people, even some Native Americans, that wanted to go back to Redskins, but I think that day and age is gone.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's over with.
Yeah. I liked the DC Defenders, but they did not. No one listened to me about that.
Man, I still wish someone would just buy the freaking rights to the Senators from the Texas Rangers and just get it over with already.
As a football team, Washington Senators, yeah, would sound good.
I don't know. I just like the name.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, Tim, thanks for coming on and giving us a sports
guys.
thing. Can we have you back anytime that we need to talk sports?
Oh, let me see. Talk sports. Yeah. That's all
yeah. Okay.
That's all I did all weekend. All right. That's all I did all weekend.
Exactly. Now he just has to do it on camera.
Yeah, exactly. So
are you excited for it to get all snowy and stuff? The weather changing, turning into fall and winter for sports reasons?
Yes, I like the way it shows up. I think it brings an extra element. But my NFL team is the Dolphins. They usually don't play well in the snow, so that always worries me when you got to go to Buffalo, New York, or New England in the snow.
We're hoping for a temperate winter, so the Miami Dolphins can bring back their 1972 glory days. Hey,
it's not snowpack, all right. We need to have a nice winter for offense.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Tim. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you next time.
See you there, Barry.
Thanks, bud.
All right, this is Night Sounds. We're going to get to another song here by our friends, the Pretty Flowers, who's supposed to come on here in about 20 minutes.
Cool.
Here's this is Hit Nothing. Check this out, man. The Pretty Flowers on Night Sounds.
That I was Dairy Kings and Dairy Queens, successors to the melted things, reaching out to choke your dreams and waking up in the company of a company sleep. You wanted a hand. Tripped the line that I tried to cross and dropped from my hand what I tried to toss. The front of this house could be a kind of sign to you. Is it faking now? Does it smile at you too? Dairy Kings and Dairy Queens, successors to the melted things, reaching out to choke your dreams and waking up in the company of a company slave. To the melted things, reaching out to choke your dreams and waking up in the company of a company slave. You wanted a hand, we get nothing. You wanted a hand, we get nothing.
How about that
Hey,
there? Yeah, how about that there? Turn that thing off. There it is on Night Sounds. Whoa, look at you there wearing a helmet on the
Hey!
radio.
Well,
What's
yeah.
going on there?
Oh, well, I heard that there was already snow in California. I'm just getting psyched up for snowboarding season. Yeah, early, baby. Early snowboarding season's already here.
And the gloves, too. Get out of here with those.
I am stupid excited, man. Come on, I have been waiting for months and months. The only thing about winter and fall that I like is that I get a snowboard. Everything else I hate.
Now, when does that start for you?
Whenever there is snow on the ground.
But wasn't there snow this whole year this time on the ground? Didn't they?
Oh, no, they had snow because we got a pretty good season last year because we got that really big storm in March that dumped a ton. But the snow in Southern California, it was pretty much gone by May. So I've had to wait a while. I might have to wait a few more months too. If I want to drive up to Tahoe, I might be able to get some snow.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a good spot, Tahoe. Although they keep changing hands. The owners of each summit, this place you ski and snowboard at, they keep changing hands.
Well, yeah, I don't know what Tahoe is like, but we need to get up there considering we are on K Tahoe. So I might as well go take advantage and get some local snowboarding in.
You got your own board?
No, that's the one thing I did buy new boots, but I think I'm gonna be renting boards and bindings for a little bit.
Why is that? You're so interested in it. Why not just pull it? Because you only go twice or three times a year, probably.
No, I want to go more this year. I think I will go more. It's just, things are expensive, man. Boards, $500. Bindings are really expensive too. I am not so much concerned with that stuff. It's just, I bought new boots because you put your feet in them and you sweat, and rental boots just are it's like bowling shoes. I don't want to wear someone else's gross, gnarly old bowling shoes either. Probably why I don't go bowling anymore. But yeah, I just bought the rental stuff, and then I can get the board and the bindings wherever I go, and it makes it easier and the things and the stuff.
Makes sense to me. All the stuff you have to strap to yourself, you should own, and then everything else is
Yeah, it's pretty much. And actually, I am actually going to Vail, to Colorado, for Thanksgiving. And I'm going to try to snowboard there, and I'm going to try to snowboard in Aspen one day as well. And trying to take your board on a plane, I hear is a nightmare. So I'm just going to go there and rent. I'm going to take my boots, and I'm going to rent everything else.
I wish I had a winter activity. I think I found one though, Joe.
What is that?
Fishing. I think fishing's going to be an activity this year. Fishing, yeah.
Like you're going to go off the pier and you're going to go fishing?
I think that's the first time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, our buddy Kevin, the wildlife guy. He's an avid fisherman.
Wait, he's a fisherman too?
He's
how many jobs does that guy have? That guy's he does everything.
And so we're gonna go out there. I'm gonna do some fishing, man. See if I can catch some stuff, take it home and eat it.
Why don't you do some magnet fishing? Try to find some guns thrown in the river and stuff.
I'm really bad at that, man. I'm gonna lose my magnet the first time I go. I know it right now. You know what I mean? I just want to roll that through the big giant magnet that I have. I just want to roll it through the sand at the beach. Just
Just drag it along. You just
Pick
like
up all the
pulling it.
things.
I don't know if
Yeah,
that'll
but
work.
no, I wish I was
don't know.
like you
That'll
and I
work.
had a. You can take the helmet off now if you want to,
Oh,
unless you're
no, I'm fine
comfortable
with
in
it.
it. It's fine.
I'm fine with it, man. Hey, we're still talking about snowboarding and stuff. Hey, winter activities. So
Yeah, dude.
that's a big. You know what? That's actually a big deal for a lot of people because, you know, if you're a sports fan, if you're watching, you know, the playoffs and NBA's starting up, NFL's getting into full swing. Sure, you got plenty to do if you're a TV watcher, but what do you do in the winter to kind of be active and get out and do stuff? I'm a snowboarder. That's what I do. I wake up at 6 a.m. I hop in the car, I drive 90 miles up to the mountain, and I snowboard for 8 hours. So what do other people do?
I don't know. We got to find other people, Joe.
Got to find other people. It's easier in Southern California. It's not gnarly cold.
I think in other parts of the world, man, it's much more seasonal, and life happens around seasons more than it does here in California.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Absolutely.
like, you know, I had to go and fall my backyard. Like, what a dumb thing to do. Like, I didn't really need to do that. But in some parts of the world, you're going to have to do those things, you know, make sure that everything's like sheltered because here comes the weather, man. It's going to freeze tonight, you know, things of that nature. And we don't have to deal with that where we are. So, yeah, I think it's a much bigger deal, seasonal life in other parts of the world. Although we're going to, you know.
But you still got to stay busy. You know, it's like that's 3 to 6 months out of every year that you got to find something to do where it's not easy to go outside. So,
yeah.
You know, is that why? I guess that's Michelle was on the program earlier. She's a native Minnesotan. That's why she was telling us that's why people bowl. Because it's something to do while drinking, you know? Yeah. So what are some other activities to do while drinking?
While drinking?
Yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of people like to do. You know,
One of my
especially
buddies,
Gen Xers, not the youngers, not the U's, but the Gen Xers, we still like to do the drinkings. And we still like to do the bar and going outs and stuff like that. So what is it now? Like darts? Is it pool? What are people playing?
I know that there's a friend of mine down the street that plays pool, and he's quite good at it, but I can never reach him because he wakes up at like 10 p.m. You know what I'm saying? He's like a pool shark. Because I guess that's prime time pooling is like 11 o'clock midnight if you're pooling. So that's one of them. I don't know. I'm not in touch, man. Bean bags? What do they call it? The bean bags? You know, the bean bags? You throw the bean bags. You throw the bean bags in the bowl.
Cornhole.
Yeah, but there's different names for it too. That may be the official name.
But it's cornhole. That's the official name of it. Cornhole. Okay. We actually had, it's funny you mentioned that. From our hotel in Waikiki, the hotel had a full-on cornrow court. And people were on it literally all day. Kids love that stuff.
Yeah. At the Banana Festival I was at, that was what the radio station was doing as their promotion. Win a hat, win a t-shirt, throw a cornhole.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's always really fun. I always like the prize wheel myself. People love spinning a wheel.
Hate the prize wheel.
Really? You hated the prize wheel? Why?
Hate it on both sides. Can I allow me to demonstrate?
Sure.
So you walk up, you go, oh, can I spin? They go, sure. And then you get the person that goes, and it sits there for too long, and we're all just waiting for it to stop. And you look at the guy and you go, you didn't have to spin it that freaking hard, man. Now it's going to take 4 minutes to stop because you spun it so gosh. Do you see the line behind us? There's like 35 people. And nobody has any awareness. They're mad about it. And when they get up, they spin it just as hard. And they're all sitting there. And, you know, you win like what do you win now?
You know your problem. What? You didn't rig the prize wheel. You got to rig the prize wheel. That's the only way it's going to work and be fun. Yeah. You never rigged your prize wheel?
None of the ones. No, you're not.
Our prize wheel spun for like 10 seconds max. It was like click, 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 click. Yeah, which just like made it so tight. Oh man, it was great. And we always made it land on like one of two things. No one ever won the car.
Never. Huh? Dang it.
No one ever won the car.
Yeah. No. Why did we get on talking about prize wheels? I forget. Doesn't
We're
matter.
just talking about things to do in the winter and how at the Banana Festival they had the cornhole going on for the radio station.
Here's something you can do in the wintertime. You can go see a show. The band we're gonna have on Nick and Sean from the band The Pretty Flowers. They have a new album out called A Company Sleeve, and they're from here in LA. They're playing a hometown show at Permanent Records Roadhouse.
Oh,
I don't know
cool.
where the heck that is, man, but that sounds pretty fun, man. It's a very cheap event, under $20. You can get in there. It's like $12. It's on
Woo!
Cypress in LA, and it's gonna be some fun rock and roll, man. I was gonna say punk rock, but I'm sure that that's offensive at nowadays. I'm not sure.
No,
what
that's
the
not
quality is
offensive
of
at all.
flavor.
That's good punk rock. Punk rock's good.
Okay, well, if you like the bands Guided by Voices, Echo and the Bunnymen, Superchunk, Teenage Fanclub, those are the influences of the next band we'll have on
You
The
know what?
Pretty
That's
Flowers.
it's interesting. I love those bands. I'm not getting that vibe. I'm getting different vibes from this band though, and we'll talk
Well,
about that.
We'll
What-
talk
what-
about this. I'm going to play a song and then we'll have them on. How about that here
Okay,
on Night
yeah,
Sounds?
that sounds great.
Here comes Wildflowers from The Pretty Flowers on Night Sounds.
How do I justify living life terrified? Don't need the wildflowers to see the breeze. I find my peace on the guillotine. The company's not your friend. The company lies. What did you expect? Some kind of peaceful end. The company's memory is something that won't quit. Remembering's another word for forgetting to forget. Don't need the wildflowers. See the breeze. I find my peace on the guillotine. Don't need no wildflowers. See the breeze. I find my peace on the guillotine. On the guillotine. Bottom of the barrel, on top of the pots. You stole from the best, but you never got caught. Bottom of the barrel, on top of the pots. You stole from the best, but you never got caught. No, you never got caught. Don't need the wildflowers. See the breeze. I find my peace on the guillotine. Don't need no wildflowers. See the breeze. I find my peace on the guillotine.
How about that, huh? That's a good one. That's the Pretty Flowers on Night Sounds, and their latest. I think it's their latest called Wildflowers. Joe, I'm so excited, man. It's just always nice to have brand new music on and good sounds all around. So, you know what's so great? We have the boys from the band with us tonight. Let's bring them on to the show.
Oh, hey, look at that. We're now a quad. Hey, that's
guys.
great.
Sean and Noah, thanks for coming on. The Pretty
Yeah.
Flowers are here.
Thanks for having us.
So,
go ahead, Barry.
No, man, you start because I'm just so blown away.
Okay, yeah, because we were, we've been listening to some songs this the first hour of our show, thinking about like the influences. That last song really had some Teenage Fanclub influence there, but I've also been hearing, some like Happy Mondays and some Weaker Thans kind of stuff in there too. So
for sure,
is that are you really reaching across all the spectrums of like punk rock and indie rock and stuff to like find your sound?
Yes, punk rock is not a bad word.
Very. Told you.
That's totally fine. Definitely, the band has a lot of punk rock influences. I think that's kind of where we came from in our youth and still hold that dear to our hearts. Happy Mondays not so much. Manchester stuff I was not super into, but definitely British 80s stuff, and Weaker Thans was a huge band for me back
oh yeah, see, I knew it
in the late 90s and 2000s. They were huge for me, and songwriting, I think my voice is kind of in a similar place as John K. Sampson, so I get that comparison occasionally, but his songwriting is really untouchable. Really.
Did you follow him over from Propaganda like I did?
Sort of, yeah, because I remember I was living in Seattle at the time when the Weaker Thans put out their first record, and I saw them, I think, on their first in Seattle, like at a church, like on their very first show, I think was like in the US. I saw them a couple times like that on that little tour, and they were great. I've loved them from the get-go.
Wow. So are you guys were formed in LA? Because did you live in Seattle? Are you from Seattle? Or are you guys from LA?
We're an LA band. I think I grew up in Northern California, and
cool.
Sean's South Bay.
Yeah, I'm an Angelino native, born and raised.
Hey, there's not many of you. Come on. Well, I'm close. I was Orange County. I grew up in Fullerton. So, but I kind of claim it. I've been here a long time. So.
Yeah, I'm right in between. I'm the South Bay. So some people say the South Bay is Orange County, and we get very mad at
that. So. The South Bay is not Orange County.
It's not.
I hate that. It's not.
Not at all. But I've been here. I've been in LA since 2000. So I've paid my dues. I think I can claim LA.
So where'd you guys all meet then? Because you kind of came from a little bit all over, it looks like.
Yeah. Music scene. I mean, Sean, like the LA music scene has brought us together over a bunch of years.
I think back in 07 or 08, a lot of bands, we had this little scene going for a couple years, and it just got very incestuous, and a lot of us sort of stayed in touch. We were in bands, different bands, and then those bands broke up, and then, years went by, and we just stayed in touch, and we were friends, and kind of culminated into this band, really. And it's kind of funny because all four guys were in different bands when we all met. So it wasn't like, let's meet and start this band. It was all years later.
Oh, interesting. So it just like kind of happened organically. You stayed in touch, grab a beer, like, oh, hey, you want to jam tomorrow night? And then that kind of like evolved from that. Huh?
We were able to suss each other out over the length of 10 years to make sure we weren't totally horrible to be around.
I'm gonna need to be in a band with this guy for 8 hours. Am I gonna be able to handle that?
At least.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me give him a beer and see how he reacts.
Yeah, we all paid our dues in separate bands and then came together, so we knew how to be in a band together.
So
I just need
where
a band after years of experience, you know?
Yeah. So where are these places that you're hanging out and meeting like really cool other musicians at in 2008? Are you hanging out at like at one village or
Satellite.
what?
Yeah,
The
I mean,
Echo.
Satellite was kind of the main hub. Echo was huge at the time. Mr. T's Bowl was a huge was a big one back in the day.
There was also
I met my wife at Mr. T's Bowl.
Oh wow! Oh, and Key Club? Did you say Key Club?
No, at
wow.
Mr. T's Bowl in Highland Park. It was just it wasn't even a functioning bowling alley at the time. It was just like
a punk dive.
It was with the Highland Park Bowl at the time, but it wasn't a bowling alley. It was just a bar that had shows.
Yeah, and there was also fun stuff like we had a kickball league for a little while where a lot of the bands would spend Saturdays playing kickball and then margaritas after.
Mm-hmm.
So there was some extracurricular stuff that made it fun and kind of made it more familial.
Barry, can we bring you back kickball? I want. Can we start
brought
kickball
it back.
team? The Barry and Joe kickball league. Let's do it.
You don't want me on your team, man. I want to mess it all up.
I didn't say I wanted you on my team. I just wanted to be part of the league together. I've seen you play sports. I know what to expect.
No, that's why I'm here. So 2018, that's the year that the first album came out. Now, how many years before that did you say like, okay, we're going to make an album? Like, how long did the first album take you?
The first album took, let's see, probably like 4 years of just kind of kicking around and not really thinking about the album too much. It was just kind of just putting songs together and just playing a lot. And there was kind of a different lineup then, but the lineup we have now kind of solidified in 2018. So and I think this is the final boss of the lineup. This is it. So but
does that make me King Koopa? Since I'm the last one to join.
But yeah, we had the songs. The songs were written, and we were playing them for a while, and it just kind of made sense to put them all together with the album and put out our first record. And Sean joined right before the album came out and was there for the album release show, and it's kind of that's been the band ever since. And we've just kind of been writing a lot of songs since then, and just kind of keeping things going, just having a lot of fun writing songs and making them work for the band.
Yeah, because you came out with this first album in 2018. You've had a couple follow-ups since. Then everything screeched to a halt with the entire world.
Yep.
How did you guys, as a band, knowing you guys, I know you get a lot of energy from your live shows, and you couldn't play live shows for a while. How do you keep the momentum of the band going when you can't get out in front of people? I mean, obviously now you can, which is fantastic. Yeah. But you had to get through that stretch. How did you do it?
We kept pretty busy, actually. During COVID, there were a lot of, online streaming events. So we kind of pushed ourselves into some of that stuff, made some music videos. The basic tracks for the record were recorded at that point. So we actually released a couple singles that were later on this new record during COVID. Whatever offer was kind of thrown to us, we would take it because we just wanted to do something, whether it was like a podcast or some sort of live stream where no one was there. We played to an empty bar a couple times. There was like live streamed on YouTube, couple benefits, charity benefits. But to answer your question, we actually did a lot.
Yeah,
we tried to get creative as possible. Yeah.
But there's also like, I was just talking to a friend about this the other day of just like the COVID kind of regret of just like feeling like you didn't do enough too. Like, it's just like, why didn't I write the screenplay, or why didn't I write more songs or whatever? But everybody was kind of feeling that. So it's like kind of everyone was in the same boat of just feeling.
How did I not sell that song to Taylor Swift?
How did that not happen?
Time to do it. Oh man.
It's coming.
It's coming.
The next batch. I can feel it.
Who's the other guys? Where are the other guys? You're not a 2-man band, are you? Because
we are a 4-piece.
We interviewed a guy that it was 2 guys, and they're a punk band from Germany, I think, and they found synthesizers, man. So they're just two guys. I go,
cool.
You guys better not go Daft Punk on me because. So who's your other guys?
Sam Tiger plays bass.
Yeah.
And
wow, his name's Sam Tiger.
It's a real name.
That's his
Wow,
name.
that's a great. Oh, that's his real name
It's
too.
a real name. Yep.
Oh wow, that goes on the list with Johnny Bravo.
And he actually plays music with a very close friend of his called Andy Lyon, and that's his real life.
Oh man, can we? Oh Barry, can we just get them on the program just so I can talk to them about their names?
Lion, Tiger, and Barry.
I love good.
And they had a project called Jungle Jungle. That was their animal themed duo. They were a duo. But yeah, and then Jake Gideon is the guitar player, and he does a lot of arranging, and he's he kind of produces the band for the most part.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a real
producer in house.
He makes the
in-house
records.
producer, yeah, mixer, and he's
good.
Yeah, he's great.
When you guys are on stage, is he like, stop? No, we missed a note. We have to start over.
No,
he doesn't do that. No, he just goes with that. Okay, that's good at least.
He's got a good attitude about things. So.
Okay, so you guys are
after the show.
you guys are like fourth level punk, right?
Yeah.
Punk rock, like
I wouldn't say we are not a straight ahead punk band, and I kind of like that. I mean, I know Joe was saying that he doesn't necessarily hear all those influences, and that's totally true, because it's like but they are legitimate influences, but I kind of process things. I try and make I try not to write songs like in exact styles of stuff that I love, that I'm just like, I want this, I really kind of try and go in a different direction of something that starts to sound exactly like the thing that I recognize it sounding like, if that makes sense. So yeah,
Sure.
It's I feel like we kind of have our own a bit of our own sound, which is and kind of I also feel like we have kind of the freedom to write songs and have songs sound like pretty different from other songs of ours, so that it's I kind of try and make it, or we try and make it a little difficult to put us in a box.
Yeah, it's like we kind of take the White Album approach,
Yeah.
This song sounds good this way, this song sounds good this way, and we have so many different influences between the four of us that, the 90s obviously is there because that's when we grew up, but I like 60s music, and so there's that little bit of that in there, and there's 70s glam. Jake's a big ELO fan, and Sam likes the blues, and so there's so much
early new wave and stuff is really big for me too. Like British new wave is like kind of the pocket for me that I love.
You guys are too smart for this. I didn't expect this. I expected, we play music and we like music. Oh, it's good.
Music,
you guys
good.
are like
punk rock, good.
educated punk rockers. How did you?
That's kind of how I say we are. We're like, punkers who started writing songs. Like you said, twice removed. I mean,
but it's also just being interested in lots of different kinds of music, and like just not being satisfied necessarily with just punk rock. It's like we like dub, we like ska music, and we like a lot of different kinds of stuff.
Yeah, punk isn't just like loud fast. Right?
That's what you're looking
for. The ethos. Yeah, we like the ethos. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, the Clash didn't sound like the Clash every album. So
yeah, you don't want to make the same song every single time, or you're just the Killers.
Yeah, huge Killers.
Sometimes it works. AC/DC's awesome.
Huge Killers, man.
That's the great.
It's
divide.
Okay. I don't know.
They were.
I just choose the Killers as my go-to.
They were a guilty pleasure for a long time until I just submitted and said they.
Hey, that first album was really good.
Oh,
and then when they re-released it as the second album, it was also great.
Sam's Town. I'm a huge Sam's Town guy. Love it. That's my favorite.
Barry actually loves the actual Sam's Town. He goes there all the time when he goes to big.
I lived there when they were coming. I lived there when they were coming up, and I got to interview them poolside.
Oh, rad.
The Palms, and Brandon Flowers is his name, right? And he's notoriously shy. And now here we are, poolside, sitting on a, and I'm trying to ask him some questions about his new band.
And he's
And like, he's distracted by, I loved it.
Yeah,
It's so
he's just
good.
like all of it.
Covering his Mormon eyes.
All right, so okay, you do have a lot of different songs, and you do cover a lot of different subjects, and this is something that is interesting to me, and I like to ask bands about it.
Mhm.
When you're not banding, when you're not writing songs, playing music, what are you doing as human beings? Like, do you guys have other jobs? Do you volunteer at the soup kitchen?
We have
Are you
a
just
job.
dog walker? Like, what do you guys do? How do you get your inspiration for songs and stuff?
Go for it, Noah.
I work for a nonprofit, and I just fundraising and kind of boring stuff like that. But I find inspiration for songs just kind of like walking around my neighborhood and stuff in Koreatown, and just kind of finding, listening to music and kind of just being inspired by things, and kind of taking it, like twisting lyrics of other bands and stuff to something different, or mishearing. I like mishearing like lines in songs a lot, and then kind of taking that as an inspiration for something else. And
you're the hold me closer Tony Danza kind of
oh
guy.
yeah, that kind of that's me.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy.
So just work kind of a normal boring job, and a couple of the other guys are in the other three. You guys are all like entertainment industry.
Yeah, I'm in the entertainment industry. And I'm lucky to be in a position where I can be in the entertainment industry and still be in a band, because a lot of times when you're in production, you can't do anything but. And so Sam, our bass player, has that problem sometimes too, where you're stuck. But that's a job that I like, and I respect it. It's just I had to do it because I wasn't making money doing music, and I knew was not going to be the option.
A job that you like. That's I don't have a job that I like. Barry doesn't.
I like my job.
You have a job that you like? I don't have a job.
Well, the one I make money for, not so much, but the other one that I do for free, I love that job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
we all do.
what I love too.
Yeah,
but I understand when it comes to, if you guys are in production, I understand how that can be hard. Sometimes those shoots
14-hour
can
days,
run
man.
real long.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of time between projects and stuff too. So it's like it's
feast or famine. It's up and down, ebb and flow. Sometimes there's work, sometimes there's not. But it kind of fits into that musician lifestyle, anyways.
It's true.
So it's helped me be very resilient, I would say.
Like everybody else in the entertainment industry in Los Angeles, we're trying to make our way.
Yeah, my skin is this thick. So. But when I'm not playing the drums, I like to run. I'm an avid runner.
Oh, I am too.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. We just my wife and I like to go to different locations and try to find cool runs. Are you like a distance runner? Do you get out like 10 miles or so?
Time permitting, I do a double digit every weekend. Yeah.
Wow, man, great.
Try to run 3 miles a week.
He'll come to practice and say that he just ran a marathon like the day before.
And you're not running from anything or anyone. You're just.
I
running?
absolutely am running from things, but that's for my therapist. Unless you guys want to get into it, but
well, that is 30 miles a week. You said that's really impressive.
That's what I aim to do every week. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. I'm like 15, so good for you, man. That's great stuff.
Yeah, any miles help. I mean, to me, it's like it clears the head. It gets you thinking, or gets you to not think, for that matter. It just kind of activates the brain, especially when you're sitting around in front of the computer all day, or just being, distracted by social media and all that stuff. Yeah. It's just nice to have something that's not that.
Yep, I need to get out in the morning just to reset. Okay, one running question, just real quick, and then we'll move on. What is your go-to hill song for running?
I don't run with music.
You don't run with music? Oh wow!
No music, no podcasts.
That makes
watch
sense.
Or anything, or you just run?
Mm-hmm. No,
all natural.
The head. Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's so much going on up here that I'm either very entertained or I need to purge it, so I don't want to add more to it, you know. So.
Oh wow. Okay, well, good for you.
That's
Enjoy
so
those
funny.
nature sounds in your next run, man. That's great.
When I run, it's so hard. It's hard to like even to clear my head. When I'm swimming, it's like I can't think about it. There's just nothing I can think about. If I'm just doing like laps or whatever, it's like I can't. I can't listen to headphones, of course, but it's like you can't. I can't clear my head as with running as I can with swimming.
It takes practice. It takes a few miles.
You're always getting into it, right? Yeah, like for me, when I'm running, last comment, Barry, I promise, after about 3, then I get in my zone.
Yep, exactly.
Then,
it takes a couple miles.
Yeah, and then I hit a hill. I turn on the decline from No Effects, and I go for it.
Hell yeah! I mean, I would say I could. Right? Yeah. What's that?
That's how long that song is, like 18 minutes long or something.
Yeah,
it takes me that long to get up a mile hill. It's hard.
I can see No Effects being good running music.
Yeah,
we got to keep the pace though.
Just that one song. That's
cool.
what I found. It's good. It's anyway. Okay, Barry, what do you got?
So hold on. You got a runner. You got a swimmer. What's the triathlon? You need a guy on a bike?
Yeah, who bikes?
You got one of those?
I bike once a month. I don't think that
you
counts.
don't have anyone that spins in your group? Oh man, you almost had it. Had it.
Yeah, no, you got to get rid of one of them. And
or maybe get a keyboard player that rides bikes.
So you've been a punk band for a few years, and you're in Southern California, which where all the retired punk rockers are living in, mostly the ones that are alive. Have you met any of the old school ones, and have they heard your music? What do they think?
That's funny. We played. There's a band. They're a little more obscure, but if you know, you know. There's a band called The Last, and they're a Los Angeles band from the '70s. They were around the same time as early Black Flag and early Go-Go's.
And
at that moment, they were kind of like the big shit at the time. But they still kick around, and I've known their singer Joe Nolte for almost 20 years now, and we actually just yesterday played with them down in San Pedro, because they'll play like once or twice a year, and so we were just lucky enough to jump on the opening slot for that show. So speaking of older punks, that was kind of a perfect segue. So
yeah, dude, that's cool. So you're actively performing.
What's that?
Yeah.
You're actively performing. You're out there with current dates. I know you have an album release party. Is that what that is on the 20th coming up?
It's not the release party, but we did have an album release party in July. July 14th was when our album came out and when we had the show. But we're actually back at the same place, the Permanent Records Roadhouse, on October 20th with our friends Near Beer, who are a great. I'd say they're more of a punk band, I guess. They're
that's
sort
a
of,
good name
and they're great, and a band called Bloody Nose, who sounds like a punk band but is not a punk band.
Not a punk band.
They don't sound like Bloody Nose, I would assume.
Okay, now I asked this question to the German band, I think, about like the mosh pit has changed. There's probably not a mosh pit anymore. There's no like specific dance. We used to have the floor punch up here in Oxnard. And I don't think that exists anymore, but how are the crowds at a punk show? Is it like baby strollers and stuff, or how does that work?
Don't ask us.
Well, I don't. Maybe we could talk about the Mr. Bungle show we went to. There was definitely some circle pit going for that show.
Yeah, I think I don't know, our crowd or whoever sees us, like we've never generated a pit because we don't play that fast enough or in that scene. But I mean, mosh pits still exist. I mean, there's that great video that went viral a few years ago at the Denny's. Those teenagers, kind of tearing apart at Denny's. And there's a lot of backyard punk shows. I see footage on Instagram. They just look absolutely insane, and total, tribal it's like craziness. But
we do welcome the pit. We welcome the pit, but it just hasn't happened. It hasn't manifested.
Hasn't manifested for you yet. Barry, when was the last time you were in a pit?
I don't remember. See, we're that old that I do remember them. I attribute pits with punk, but it's
really
it's
I
different
wasn't.
now, I think.
I went to Back to the Beach and I went into the pit. I'm 49.
No, a lot of bands have pits. No, that's not what I'm talking about by it. I'm just saying, like, the way the crowd is reacting to music now has changed dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like here's a dated question. Do you remember Warped Tour? Like, have you ever been to Warped Tour?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
At some point, a band is gonna say, "No, what is that?" You know what I mean?
I'm sure. I'm
But
sure
is it harder now to book shows because that culture of like the festival punk shows are kind of are they gone? Are they still around? What's the deal on that?
Yeah, there's festival shows. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of another level of I don't know how where the festivals. I mean, Coachella is. I mean, that's a pretty tough nut to crack. I think to get to play.
It's like Coachella. 2 festivals now, and back in me and Joe's day, there used to be like 2 a week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you mentioned Back to the Beach, right? A lot of these festivals now, and NoFX does these like punk and drublic or craft beer and punk shows. I feel like a lot of them are just kind of nostalgia based, so there isn't like a place for the newer bands to kind of fit into these festivals, except for Coachella, but they don't really do rock and roll anymore.
I disagree. I think that there was one recently at a park down in Orange County. Gosh, I can't remember what it's on. It's off Santiago Canyon Road in like the Anaheim Orange area, right? Mm-hmm. And that one was like Face to Face, TSOL, Offspring played. There were a bunch of smaller bands that all played the first the stages the first few hours of every festival. That is still available, and there are those types of festivals all over the place still. It's not just like the Lollapalooza one show and then Coachella one weekend. No, they pop up still.
Yeah. Like singular Warped Tours that kind of pop around.
It's like singular Warped Tour. I think it's all like more just like one-offs now instead of like touring show. That touring show for Warped Tour is really expensive. So now it's a lot easier to just do like the Back to the Beach festival that was at Huntington Beach Park. That was Feldy from Goldfinger and Travis Barker from Blink and blah, blah, blah.
You mean the Aquabats?
Yeah, and the Aquabats. Hey, he actually came out and played in his Aquabat uniform. He played Superchunk. Nice. It was so much fun. But it's a lot easier for a promoter to just have one singular event, pop it down, and just say for 3 days, you bands come to me.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about logistics and everything. They just put it all on the band now. So it just makes it easier. Long as they stay successful, like Back to the Beach was stupid successful. It's just a matter of like you got to make it so they keep coming back.
Yeah.
But there's opportunity for you guys still.
Well, we did just play Echo Park Rising a couple.
Yeah, see,
that was a good one.
And you could totally play like the Ventura County Fair and the LA County Fair and stuff like that. They still love bands. They still want to get all the bands.
Yeah.
Okay, and you sound good too. The music is mixed well. It sounds like a punk, like the Ataris. The Ataris popped in my head when I was listening for a little bit, but I think that's because of how you sing.
Yeah.
Or the flat back or something I don't understand. But it sounds good.
Cool, thank you.
So how long does it take you to write a song? Does it pop right in there in your head there?
I've been working on some songs with Jake, and we have like a day-long set. I mean, a few hour session where we just kind of make a song, get to a place that kind of feels good, and I don't know, like 4 hours or something, we'll kind of have something that's kind of that's kind of a song that's a fleshed out idea. It's not completely done, but we'll sometimes make a demo of it and kind of share it with the band. Like there won't be like bass or drums on it, and the band can kind of hear what we have to work with, and then everyone will kind of bring their ideas to the table when we practice, and then we kind of just flesh it out more, and it becomes a Pretty Flowers song.
So you're using technology then, huh? Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we use technology.
Do you think that we're living in a simulation then, or do you think that this technology thing is?
I don't think we're living in a simulation.
No, you don't. Oh, okay.
I do not.
If we were, I'd like a lot more money.
Yeah.
We picked a wrong version of the world to live in.
I know we're in the worst possible universe.
The worst multiverse.
But aren't games like that? Like everything's broken. You got to fix it. Isn't that how like the best games are made? Like you have to. There's the challenge. I think it's a simulation.
You are in. Am I in your simulation, or are you in my simulation?
See, that's Ooh. Are we in someone else's simulation entirely?
Someone else's, yeah. Someone.
We're just fleshing out the world for somebody.
Someone's watching the video, and they're like, yes, this is exactly as I wanted it to go.
Is it aliens? Is it UFOs? Is it the people that they're getting all these videos of them now from airplanes? Oh, I got it! I can't believe it! And it's a little dot, a black and white dot. Oh, where'd it go? And it's zip, and it's gone. Is that real?
It's probably space dust.
I've seen some of those videos. They're pretty convincing. Yeah. The military videos. Although I don't know why the footage is so grainy and terrible. Like they don't have HD. Like
they
cameras.
Say it's using a filter. This is a heat filter that gets 20% of the filter in the heat.
Man, you can make anything like with AI these days, though. Come on, I saw a video of. I'm not even going to get to that video. You can make anything with AI these days, though, and so it's like, of course, you can make. You can literally just like, hey, Chat GPT, make me a video, a grainy video of a circular UFO spacecraft that moves in these directions and then zips away from an F-35 U.S. military aircraft. There you go. It spits it out in like 30 seconds. You cannot tell the difference.
Yeah.
We should probably do an AI song, Noah. Like put all of your lyrics through the little meat grinder and then some of our music and like see what it is, and then we'll release it as a single.
Like that Nirvana song that there was the AI Nirvana song that was pretty terrible.
Did Courtney?
The first one was an AI Drake song. It was pretty bad too.
But the AI song with Tupac and Biggie, I think. No, Tupac and the other guy, I think Montel Jordan.
Oh yeah,
it's fire, dude. It's very good.
This is how we Tupac.
It's dope. It's like, boy, that sounds like him too. That sounds like how he raps. Weird.
Oh man, I'm done. But please, make a song about AI. Make a song with AI about AI, slamming AI. That's what I'm all about.
Now that's punk, man.
AI is not punk rock. That's what I'm saying.
Well, did you see that Tom Hanks had to release a statement saying, if you've seen me pitching an ad for home loan mortgages,
it was a dentist office. It was a dentist office.
Wow.
It's coming, man. It's flying here. All these bands that are long dead, they're going to come back with songs. And it's like,
oh, no, I don't want that at all. No, I want that now.
Hey, you remember the hologram junk they were trying to pull off at these concerts? Mm-hmm. It's like, $2, Negative Shadow. All right.
I do regret not going to I think they had a Dio hologram at the Wiltern like last year, and I heard it was actually kind of amazing.
Oh wow! I would have seen Ronnie J. That would have been good.
It would have been so big.
When they say that when you make something, you make it for the world and not yourself, you have to give it away. That's what happens, man. When you make a song and everybody likes it, it ain't yours no more.
Right.
Well, but But hopefully that can happen for them, and they'll have a lot of money for it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
At least, that's the fair exchange. Everybody else gets the song; they get all the cash. I think they'll take that. Then they can quit all their jobs and then just do music.
If someone covered a song of ours and made a hit out of it, that would be so flattering.
Oh, that's actually a question. Do you guys have any exposure to contacts with whoever does the music booking for CW shows? That's how you break through these days. You just got to get on a CW show. It doesn't matter which one. Anyone will do.
We actually
how
are
do you
on
get
one.
into how do you get into publishing? How do you get your songs into publishing?
We've been on a couple. Were we on a CW show?
Yeah, Nancy Drew was a CW show.
No, that
you
was
were on Nancy Drew. Oh, that's fantastic.
Was that HBO or that just aired on
CW.
HBO? Okay.
Nancy Drew is a CW show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Syfy.
It's
Syfy
all
Channel
Max
show.
was all WB and stuff. So whatever.
Yeah, we work with a company that helps pitch songs to shows, and we've had.
Oh, that's
some
cool.
pretty
Okay.
fun
Yeah,
success.
publishing's big.
Shameless was a good one.
Yeah, we were on there 3-4 times, something like that, on different episodes. Yeah,
Sometimes it's barely audible, but it's fun to just.
we were
say
on.
you're on it.
We did get a placement on a show, a Peacock show called The Resort. That was a really good show. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
So do you get like checks in the mail when that happens? And do they say Peacock on them, or is it?
I think NBC was on the check of that one.
That's so.
I think that one was more direct deposit, so I don't know that I really saw it.
They're not sending you the giant check in the mail the first time you sign one. No, nothing like that.
No.
Yeah, all the
I
rights.
want one of
all
those
the rights.
one time in my life. One time in my life, I want a giant check.
That would be fun.
One day we can all dream.
Just one day we can all.
But yeah, we'll get residuals once in a blue moon from our rights, music rights royalties companies. It's not much, but it's fun to get it in the mail or get the direct deposit and go, oh shit, look, I got 2 cents for Nancy Drew this week.
It reminds you that
living, baby.
Your work is being heard.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it's that thing. Cool. It got like a couple of plays this weekend.
Yeah. Also, another cool thing is seeing the stats, which you can see on Apple Music. You can see where people have Shazammed your music.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of cool that you can see like, oh, someone, I don't know, in Nashville, like Shazam, heard our song heard a song in a supermarket or something, and they saw that we just saw that they were
They're
one of
playing your stuff in supermarkets.
Yeah, a little. I think we have some songs in some weird places.
Yeah,
anywhere you can.
Yeah, it's the crazy thing about being a musician, right? Like you have to just kind of take every little thing that comes, and that's a win. Like, oh, we're in a grocery store. That's rad.
That's rad. I think that's awesome.
It's like radio. It's just there's
People are like,
every little thing is great.
They're shopping for oat milk.
Yeah,
and they're like,
what is this?
Oh, I wonder what that is.
This is good.
Between Eric Carmen's hungry eyes and Hootie and the Blowfish hold my hand.
and Stroke Nine's little black backpack. We're there.
That was a good pull there. That was like if we were playing like Magic. I don't know how to play Magic, but you just with Stroke 9, you pulled a card that everyone in the room went, whoa. Very good. So okay, the new album's out. Right, it's out July, and tell us about how that was put together and what's different from the albums before.
This one was more of a collaborative songwriting. The whole band has songwriting credits. I did the lyrics, but for the music, it's the whole band, and so they're all Pretty Flowers songs. And the first album was just me. So that's a big difference. Sorry, there's a
wow, what happened over there?
Is that Godzilla?
That was in stereo. Also amazing.
It was. I live on kind of. Oh. Someone crashed into a trash can like a cartoon.
Oh wow,
That's amazing.
Yeah, usually we can't hear the background noise. That was that was impressive.
I live on kind of a busy thoroughfare, and somebody crashed into some trash cans apparently. Where were we?
Is that punk rock?
That is punk rock. That's very punk rock,
dude.
I've done that.
Get a
Just
picture
that-
of it, and then that's your next album cover. You know what I mean? Somebody's smashing into trash cans. That's crazy.
A car into trash can.
No, seriously, go do it. Hey, cover art's expensive. Go take a picture right now. It's free.
Right. But yeah, that was a big difference. The band just feels like that was more of a collaborative thing. We took a lot of time to kind of make the album happen, because we didn't have anybody like pressuring us to finish it. So we kind of had the luxury of time to kind of make it as good as we wanted it to be. And yeah, that was that was a big thing. Sean, what do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I mean, having that 2-year break of, that thing that happened in the world, did allow us to have that, be more thoughtful about everything in terms of track listing, the way it sounded, that sort of thing. So the 5 years in between, really was like 2.5.
Yeah.
2.5 working years. Yeah.
But
I'm really happy with, well, I can only speak for myself. I'm very happy with what I did, with what the band did, with what we just did. Collectively, it's maybe the best thing I've been involved in terms of being on a record. I've been on a bunch of them, and this is definitely, I'm very happy to even listen to it. Usually I just like, it's over and then it goes into the dustbin, but now I have to practice these songs sometimes too. So I listen to it. I'm like, I'm never bored. So I suppose that's a good sign.
Well, we're happy that you guys made it. So thanks.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks for listening.
You guys are the most put together punk band I've talked to in a long time.
Does that mean we're boring?
No, dude, you guys are 21st century kids, man. This is awesome. Just love to see it. Let's play Baby Food, man, and tell us about this music video, because it's full of art. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah.
Sean, take it away.
Sure, yeah. We were trying to figure out what to do.
Entertainment guy did it. Okay, this is his.
I wish I was that talented. No, we were just kicking around ideas of what to do, and Noah sort of flippantly was like, maybe do like an animated thing. And I thought, oh shit, you know what? I know somebody who is going to art school for animation, and it's just a friend that I've known since he was 10 years old. A little brother of one of good friends of mine, and I hit him up, and immediately he's like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
And so he and his partner just have their own production company, and they do little things for TV here and there, but they had some time and they loved the song and they loved the lyrics. And so they tried to match Noah's lyrics, with the visuals, kind of breaking through the doldrums. I mean, Noah can sort of explain that part of it, but yeah, he did it in like 2 weeks, because we had kind of a deadline with the record label, and it was just, I think it's great. It's really cool. The textures, I mean, everything about it is really
and it was
unique.
so handmade. Like it felt really handmade, and there was just there's a lot of, I mean, it's very stop motion, and they just put a lot of time and effort into it, and it just made it look really great.
Yeah,
hey,
I'm proud of it for them.
Early South Park was punk rock, so hey, you can do that.
What'd you say, Joe?
It's like early South Park. The first South Park that they did was like stop motion animation, Jesus versus Santa, and this is better than that, but it still has the same
there's the same vibe
ethos.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I love the band. I'm excited about your hometown show with Near Beer at Permanent Records Roadhouse. That sounds fun.
If you guys are in the area, we'd love to have you come out. We'll put you on the list.
Hey man, gas is $18 a gallon.
I don't know where you live. If you live close,
I'm up here in Ventura County, but you know what? If I can get the train,
you might see me. I'll let you know.
Yeah,
hit us up.
That's cool, man. Well, guys, thanks so much for coming on the broadcast tonight. We'd love to have you back after that show. We could talk more stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll be back.
Cool. All right, let's play your song now, Baby Food. Thanks for coming on, guys. The Pretty Flowers.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
The old days are good, 'cause they're gone. The bad days are bad, 'cause they're present. Coach, take me out, it's been dragging me down. We're just tenants in this landlord rule town. The venue fell dead when the drinks ran out. The players were pulled from the stage. Evictions were fired and DJ'd events. Don't kick us out of our comfortable cage. They spun the truth like a top. Too much momentum to stop. They spoon-fed the truth to you, and you ate it up like baby food. What can you do? What will you do with yourself? Do you want to be a carpenter? Or will you sit on a shelf? What will you do with yourself? Do you want to be a carpenter? Or will you sit on a shelf? They spun the truth like a top. Too much momentum to stop. They spoon-fed the truth to you, and you ate it up like baby food. You ate it up like baby food. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? What will you do with yourself?
So cool, man. The Pretty Flowers on Night Sounds. What a good tune. Barry Funkhauser
Stuff, man.
with Joe. Hey, so
Hey.
we're winding things down here on the program. Thanks for being here. Well, Joe, now's the time where the sun starts going down later, and I'm on full raccoon duty in the backyard. The raccoon shows up at 8 o'clock at night. Now,
Oh, really? Like pretty much like clockwork, huh?
it seems that way. So we're prepared tonight. We're going to capture this thing, even though it's illegal to do it.
Hey, be nice. Where are you gonna? Don't hurt it.
No, you're supposed to move it 5 miles away. So we have a plan. We have a place.
What? You're gonna make it someone else's problem?
Wildlife should be in wildlife, man. Take it to wildlife. It'll be all right in the wild. Not here.
I don't know about that.
Eating all my crops.
I mean, well, that's true. So you got a plan. You're gonna capture it. Is it like Wile E. Coyote or Elmer Fudd? Do you have like just a box with a stick and a rope you're gonna pull?
Oh man,
how are you
I
gonna do this?
Show you, dude, because it's a whole ordeal. I got my Ring camera out there, and it's motioned.
You're
so
waiting
now I
for
have
the
to,
bling bling.
yeah, I have to retrain my brain for the whole. Can you see it? There's the backyard shot.
Oh man.
Anything moving?
You can't pull it up on the computer and give us the feed?
No, I
Why
don't
do you
know
have
how
to
to
show us
do
through
that.
your phone?
I don't know how to do that. See, there's
You gotta figure out how to do that.
there's the trap right there. No, you
I
can see
cannot
it.
tell. I cannot make out what that trap is. Okay, it's a
Big old
steel
trap.
cage trap.
Anyway, yeah,
Okay.
that's what's up. So yeah, that's the downside of having a backyard farm garden is you have to worry about predators. But you know, it is what it is.
Sure, but I mean, you know, I know you don't want to lose another turtle. Like that's pretty devastating for you.
You know, boy, it was nice to talk to a punk band. You know, after all these years, seeing that punk is alive and thriving. You know, the last time I've been to a punk show was like 8-10 years ago. And
that's not true.
Yeah,
Didn't we just no really? When was the last show we went to? Coheed and Cambria? What's the next show we're going to? Coheed and Cambria.
Are you going to that one with me?
Yeah, you told me a long time ago you wanted me to go with you. So.
It's coming up like Saturday. This Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday at the Palladium.
Yeah, and beforehand, I've entered my honey into a honey competition. So
awesome.
I'm going to that
beforehand.
No, it's on the way. It's at some nursery in Chatsworth.
All right.
So I'm gonna go there.
Chatsworth is not on the it's on the way from your house to my house, but
yeah, from me.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah,
dude,
punk rock is still alive.
This thing is crazy. This honey competition. I know we're going several different ways, but I'll tell you,
you're all over the place right now.
You know, it's 4 hours long. I'm gonna gripe about it for a second here because it's 4 hours long. All right. They want you to buy dinner for $20, which is like catering. Okay, that's fine. It's a little pricey, but that's fine. But the hunting competition has no awards, no grand prize displayed. Like there's no what do you win? First off, and number two, wins the contest because it's a 4 hour long event. I'm not going to be there for 4. They're going to have music, some people whittling or something. I'm not got time for that. I want to be in. Thank you very much for my award. What do I get? Give me my check.
Ain't no one got time for that.
You think they're going to do that? Competition. You think they're going to do that at like 8:30 though? Like at the very end?
Probably.
Yeah,
yes.
I ain't going to be there. I might have to let's videotape my reward, my speech, my congratulations speech. Boy,
you're that confident that you're going to win?
Yes, let me just try it out here, and if it works, I'll crop it out and send it to him. Oh, thank you for that standing ovation. Right. Thank you so much. It's just so nice to see such a great crowd today, and thanks for this award. Wow, gold first place? I had no idea. All these other guys are schmucks. Well, thanks for liking my honey. Again, it's Funkhauser Farms. And have a good day. Where's my check? Have a good one. Thank you. Goodbye. And cut. Okay, that'll work.
I would probably not call your competitors schmucks.
Oh, that's what you do.
Probably not very gracious to say, you know, but you do you. If that's the way you want to go, you want to be the bad boy of the honey world, I guess.
I don't like calling people names. Maybe I should redo that.
Give it one more shot. A little bit more humble this time, maybe. Like a humble bee.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all of you for enjoying my honey. Thank you to my bees and the flowers. And thank you to this place. All right. There's my backup, just in case.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Only if they give me like 5 seconds, then I'll use that one. But I like the first one.
They're going to play you off.
Well, coming up on the program later on this week, we're going to have some good shows, man. I'm just looking at my calendar to remember what we have on. We have the Gypsy Kings, Tino, what's his name? Tonino from the Gypsy Kings. They're on tour right now. Well, they're just back from a tour, and we'll talk to them this week. We're going to have a band, Autogram, on the program, and they're going to be really fun, too. We have a lot of music coming up, a lot of good conversations, and Joe, I know I'm throwing this out on you, but there was a song that the Sum 41 song. I'd sure like to play that going out on tonight's program.
Landmines?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the new Sum 41. It's like that early 2000s are back.
Sum 41, huh? Of all the
Hey.
bands to return.
You know, I am just mostly shocked that they are still around, never broke up, and actually have a solid new song out.
They never broke up, ever?
No.
They've been doing it the whole time?
Yes.
Wow. That's
Yes.
wild.
I am shocked. Good for you, Sum 41. You were not a band I would have picked to go long distance. So congratulations. You win the big prize.
So Sum 41, they were like teenagers when they came out with that hit, Must Been.
Yeah.
Such an annoying song. But I guess not nowadays. But I played it a lot. There's like
no
2 or
more
3 of
annoying
them.
than Sugar We're Going Down.
That's true. Oh, that's true. True, man.
Hey, 2000s emo. Don't knock it till you try it.
Well,
So,
I guess we're in
let's
a punk rock
try
kind
it.
of. We are in a punk rock kind of state. Do you think this momentum's going to continue? This whole punk rock state of mind? I would love that.
I sure hope so. I really need more angry music, and if punk comes back, it's just even more momentum for the fourth wave of ska to return. So that's really what I'm hoping for. I need punk rock first to the fourth wave of ska. My life will be complete.
Okay, well, let's play this brand new song. Came out 5 days ago from Sum 41. It's called Landmines. Thank you for turning me on to it, Joe.
Woo!
And we'll be back Thursday with the new show. This is Night Sounds. Thanks for watching and tuning in.
The way I put you through hell. Tell me, am I insane? Is this where we belong? Is it pleasure or pain that we're still hanging on? Going out of my head. You know true love is dead, but what you said has got me hanging on. I can't help but walk through your landmines. 10 feet and I'm going out of my mind. I'm not right without you. Is that so wrong? I can't help but walk through your landmines. I'm bleeding and all I need is a sign. I'm out here and I've been waiting so long. You got me hanging on. You got me hanging. Maybe I'm out of luck, or maybe all of it's bad. I'm not sure why we broke up. It was the best that I had. To say it's all for the best, I think the fate is a lie. And now my hair is a mess and you're a little bit high. Should I give it a chance? Is it ever enough? No more blood on the hands, no more fucking it up. Going out of my head, all the tears that I bled. And what you said has got me hanging on. I can't help but walk through your landmines. 10 feet and I'm going out of my mind. I'm not right without you. Is that so wrong? I can't help but walk through your landmines. I'm bleeding and all I need is a sign. I'm out here and I've been waiting so long. You got me hanging on. You got me hanging on. All I need to know is should I stay or is it time for me to go? I don't wanna wait.